Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronically Overdressed. I know I have been MIA for quite a while, and obviously it's because we moved to Vienna, Austria. We've been here now for 3 weeks and we finally found an apartment. So I wanted to put this Vienna apartment hunt together so I can show you guys all the different apartments, or at least 4 of the apartments that we viewed, so you can see what kind of apartments we were looking for, and I will have you guess which one we actually chose. Of course, I will tell you at the very end. I am sitting in the apartment. It's very echoey. I have my microphone, so I'm hoping that this can cut down on some of the echo. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of sit down with you guys, go over what we were looking for in an apartment, how easy or difficult it was to find what we were looking for, and then just show you some examples of the apartments that we found. As I mentioned in my last video, there were a couple different ways that we were looking for an apartment, mostly online, well, all online until we actually got here. And I had started searching, way back when we first found out that that my husband had got this job, that we were moving here. And, but just knowing that we weren't actually gonna get an apartment until we set foot in Vienna. So we had been looking online on a couple of different real estate sites, and then the UN has its own kind of housing site. And so we were looking a couple different places. It wasn't really difficult. It's, the real estate websites are very similar to the ones in the US. You put in your requirements and it kind of, populates the information. Things are a little bit different. They don't necessarily categorize them as like a 2 or 3 bedroom. They just tell you how many rooms are in the apartment, which it excludes the kitchen and bathrooms. So, however many rooms you need in the whole place, that you can kind of figure out what you're going to do with those rooms. And you can sign up on all of these websites to kind of have them send you, you can save your searches and they can send you any new listings that come up. Let's get down to what we were looking for. What were our requirements for an apartment? So we were looking for something that had at least 5 rooms, and that's going to be the primary bedroom, my dressing room, of course, a guest room, an office, and then a living room and dining room. We need at least 2 bath or shower rooms and 2 water closets. We're looking for an Altbau, so something that's an older building pre-war, that has the details, the character, the parquet floors, the high ceilings, all that. And a 30-minute commute for my husband to work. Those are our basic requirements. Everything else that we're looking for, something that might be close to a park or have some sort of garden area. Of course, it needs to be nice and light-filled. As far as the neighborhood was concerned, we weren't exactly sure. We were kind of open. We were really looking into anywhere in the 1st through 9 districts, but then we found a couple in the 19th district too, so we checked those out. But yeah, I mean, everything is pretty central and close to markets and groceries and all of the amenities. So we knew we weren't going to have a problem with that. Before we even got to Vienna, I had set up appointments to view several apartments. So these are the apartments that we saw within the first week of coming here. Okay, so apartment 1, this is located in the 4th district. The building was built in 1897. It's 195 square meters, which equates to 2,098 square feet. It has 6 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 water closets, and the monthly rent is 3,497 euros. This apartment building was gorgeous. As soon as you walk in, it had so many beautiful Victorian details. The house itself, the apartment itself, was still under construction. They were renovating it. So when you see, it's all just tore up right now. So, but I was really pleased to see that they were going to kind of hold on to some of the charm. It's a little difficult, you know, when they're renovating. You don't really know exactly what's going to stay and what's not, but you could see just by some of the renovations that they've done that they're going to keep some of those details. But I like the neighborhood that this was in. It was pretty central, and, you know, of course, very close to markets and all of that. Here you can see some of the detail above the doorways and on the ceiling. That's all staying. A couple of the rooms had those reliefs removed, you can see here, and they're adding on a balcony right here. They're going to push out this window and add a balcony. The one downside to this apartment is that it's not going to come with a furnished kitchen. Apparently in Austria, they only have to put in a sink and a stove or oven. That is all that's required. And because this was already under construction, they were offering I think 500 euros to whoever's going to rent it to kind of build out their own kitchen. So that is a downside for this one. I found it much more common in Germany to find an apartment that doesn't have a kitchen. They're pretty, they take their kitchens with them when they move, but not so much in Austria. So this was a little different for me. But this apartment was really beautiful, and again, I really liked the location, and kind of excited to see how they're going to renovate it. Apartment number 2 is also in the 4th district, actually right up the street from the last apartment. This building was built sometime in the early 1900s. The apartment is 203 square meters, which is 2,185 square feet. It has 5 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 water closets, and the monthly rent is $3,231. Once again, the entryway to this apartment, absolutely stunning. You kind of go down this hallway with lots of mirrors and these beautiful wooden frames around the mirrors. Really beautiful. I think this is on the 3rd floor, and there's a lift that goes up to the 3rd floor. It's located on kind of a busier street, but it's pretty high up, so it wasn't too bad. At the time that we viewed it, they hadn't painted the walls or anything yet, so I'm not sure, you know, how, obviously they're just going to paint it white, but has a really good sized kitchen. I was really impressed by the size of this kitchen, and the bathrooms, you know, were fine. They're kind of like shower room, bathroom, and then the 2 water closets are separate, which seems to be pretty normal. But yeah, this was a really beautiful apartment. I really liked the layout. This one has this Lichthof, which is this just kind of light shaft right in the middle. So it really brings in so much light throughout the entire apartment. And it just kind of, you know, so you have light on one side, and then you have this kind of light shaft in the middle. And it just really brings in so much light. I really loved it. And this little alcove right here is so adorable. And that looks out onto the street. And then, of course, this heating unit is spectacular. This is original to the building. It's all ceramic and just gorgeous. And I fell in love with it. I love these heating units here in Vienna. They're amazing. Here's the view from the top. You can see it's kind of a main street. There's a college, a technical college right across the way there. Okay, and apartment number 3 is in the 19th district, and the building was built in 1897. It is 200 square meters, so 2,152 square feet. There's 7 rooms, 3 bathrooms, 1 bathroom and 2 shower rooms, and 2 water closets. And the monthly rent is $3,353. The entryway to this one isn't as spectacular as some of the others, but it is still really beautiful. The detailing in that hallway going up with the high ceilings is really beautiful. And I really liked the layout of this place. Technically it has 7 rooms, but 2 of the rooms are kind of smaller that would be used as like storage, or I don't know, just, they're not really bedroom size or living room size or anything like that. But I liked the layout a lot. I wasn't really familiar with this neighborhood so much, but it's very nice. It's just a little bit north of the city, so it's not, really in the city center, but it's still very close to everything. I think it's only about 25 minutes to Will's work. So the house is beautiful. Of course, the parquet floors. This one definitely had a little bit less of like the ceiling details, but it still felt, that I think it's 13-foot high ceilings, the beautiful floors, and this heating unit is spectacular. This is actually from the late 30s, early 40s, and not as spectacular as the other one, but still pretty cool. And one of the extra rooms is actually what's considered a veranda, and it does overlook the backyard, which is very unique. They usually don't have backyards, so there's this nice outdoor area, and the house does come with a washer and dryer, which is really nice, and a really good sized kitchen. Like I said, I really like the layout of this place, and it just seemed very comfortable. And apartment 4. This one is in the 3rd district, really close to the Belvedere. It was built in the early 1900s. It's 205 square meters, which is 2,206 square feet. This one has 6 rooms, 2 bathrooms, and 2 water closets, and the monthly rent is 3,300 euros. I think of all of the apartments, this one's entryway is the most spectacular. It's on the 2nd or 3rd floor, and it has a lift, but look at this dragon, this iron dragon from the stairs, so gorgeous. The tile work on the stairs in the entryway is absolutely spectacular, so beautiful. This apartment has all of the beautiful details of an early 1900s apartment. Has the really high ceilings, the parquet floors, of course. It has beautiful detailing on the ceilings. The kitchen is a little bit smaller than some of the others, and it didn't come with a washer or a dryer, but there's hookups for it in the kitchen, or it's hookups for a washer at least. The layout was really good. It was very kind of separate, but also contained. Each room goes into the next. But there's a little separate section for the guest room, and everything's very easy to get to through kind of that main hallway, and then all the rooms kind of connect together too. And of course, it's very centrally located in the 3rd district. So which apartment did we choose? We chose number 3, the apartment in the 19th district. We are so excited. We picked up our keys last week, and our stuff is scheduled to arrive next week. So I'm so excited to finally have our stuff here. I posted a full walkthrough of the apartment over on my Patreon, so if you're interested in that, you can join Patreon to see that. But I'm so excited to share with you guys how we get everything styled and decorated, and just share our new life here in Vienna. Thank you so much for coming on my apartment hunt with me. I will see you again very soon. Bye.